Hey guys, welcome to another triple commentary. I have Rise and Klazart alongside once again, and this is going to be Flash and Kwanro on Byzantium 3 MSL action. And honestly, I've got to go with Flash in this. I know Kwanro is the king of aggression. He's been playing a lot better. He's actually adjusted his style a little bit to have both the early aggressive threat as well as a late game macro threat. Still, I would say creative in some circumstances, but it's Flash, and Flash is Flash, and he is scary. Scary player, but you never know. You absolutely never know. It is a two-player map that does leave a lot of opportunity for some quick and mid-game, basically death blows. So we'll see how this works out.
I don't know. I'm gonna actually root for the other guy here. Everybody always roots for Flash, but Flash has been ever so off, in my opinion, in the past, I don't know, 10 games or so. He's certainly won a lot of them, but at the same time, he's lost quite a few of them too. And maybe, see, Kwanro's one of those guys who's hit or miss. You know, if he really is on his game, he's dangerous, especially because he puts so much pressure on. But often he lets his macro suffer, and so a lot of times, if he can't do enough damage early on, it just doesn't work for him. However, Flash, he's Flash, like you said, and he can defend against almost anything. The question is he going to do what we keep seeing, the Flashitis that Klazart keeps talking about? Is he going to go for something ridiculous like a 14cc and Kwanro's going to run him over? Or is he going to play a standard game and Kwanro's going to get run over? Because I do believe that if Flash plays a very standard game, because he is what I would consider the better player, you know, Kwanro, I don't think will win this. Maybe that was the most confusing intro I've ever given, but Klazart, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, Flash, I think I know why everyone roots for Flash, because Flash is kind of the problem child of StarCraft. He's got limitless talent and ability. He's got the game, he's got the reflexes and the skill, but yet he just seems to hamper himself at every possible opportunity, and from the fact that he's been carrying the KTF standard for such a long period of time, being really the only consistent player in their team. Ever since their team of superstars fell by the wayside, and since then he's just been playing so much StarCraft, and it had to take a toll on now a 17-year-old kid. At some point, we've got to remember that a lot of these guys are such young kids. You know, I mean, someone like Bisu, who is probably the old man of the StarCraft pro scene, is I think barely into his 20s, if that. So we've got to keep that in mind. Kwanro, on the other hand, he's just pure insanity. He's insanity personified. Flash this time deciding to put a barracks down first. So hopefully we won't be seeing a 14cc. Although I wouldn't put it past Flash to go 1 racks into CC, because he hasn't taken his refinery or tried to take his refinery at all yet. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of build Flash goes for. He is sending that SCV out to scout. Looks like he's going to scout in the right direction. Kwanro's scouting in the right direction as well. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good game of StarCraft either way. Kwanro looks like he might have gone for a 12 hatch though. So this is going to be fascinating.
Yeah, quick correction. I think I was thinking of Carthage 3 rather than Byzantium 3. This is in fact a 4-player map. Looks like Kwanro sending out that drone scout to the bottom right-hand corner, and now getting a spawning pool as well as this gas. Yeah, opening up economically, which, not to say that's something Kwanro never does, but yeah, the problem with Kwanro in the past, I think, wasn't just the fact he was aggressive, it's the fact he never adjusted his strategy. He would go with quick aggressive play, and then he would never switch it up. He would just keep doing what was failing miserably. And I would say that's a big differential of what he's done recently. And now Flash seeing that front door. I think he was thinking about maybe going for that mech build perhaps, because that's been extremely popular on this map. And now that he's seeing that 12 hatchery, he's going to pull that barracks back, make sure that Overlord can't spot the Marines that are being produced, and he's going to put down a command center of his own to try to even things up economically. Let's see how Kwanro decides to respond, if he's going to go for some quick Zerglings. I can't imagine he will, because there's still that ramp to blockade right there, and there's only so much damage you can do, at least on that front edge. And it's also, I feel like the distance on this map doesn't really warrant it for a couple reasons, because basically Flash, as long as he keeps that SCV scout alive, he will be able to see the Zerglings coming. He will be able to build sufficient defense to counter it. But right now it looks like everything just kind of setting up standard. I don't see, if the game continues as it's going, where Flash doing the 1 barracks into command center and putting down the 2nd barracks immediately to follow. Kwanro doesn't know, in fact, that 2nd barracks going up, but you've got to assume he knows that this is basically the standard build that Flash is going for. Let's see if Flash manages to keep that SCV scout alive. That'll actually be critical. It's keeping that SCV alive as long as possible to make sure that Kwanro... Oh, that is huge. I think Kwanro actually just got a pretty large swing in this game. Flash should send out another SCV scout as quickly as possible. And Kwanro immediately going up to lair, so it looks like he's going to go for a quick 2 hatchery build. And Flash has no idea what's being sent at him at this stage.
Yeah, Flash definitely playing a little bit in the dark here, and kind of like Carthage, like you were alluding to anyway, even though it's not Carthage. It does have that very open front, which can be dangerous. And we got a Hydralisk Den going down, so it looks like we're going to actually see either two-hatch Hydras, much more likely two-hatch Lurkers because of the lair tech that we're seeing. The question is, can Flash get that SEV scout over there? Looks like Kwanro is going to do his best to deny that scout, and I think that is going to be the name of the game. If he can keep Flash in the dark, he may be able to succeed with that. There is an academy going down, so if Flash gets scanned up soon enough, he may be able to scout this, sniff it out. Kwanro, though, being Kwanro, putting some pressure on. He's going to surround the two Marines. There are only two Marines over there. He's going to get the third one on the ramp. Now he's attacking the SCVs. One goes down, two, three go down. He's getting four SCVs. Now he's able to get the reinforcing Marines, and Flash is in trouble, taking some damage here. Now going up the ramp. Maybe a bad move for Kwanro. Going up the ramp is never a good idea. In my opinion. He takes out another Marine or two, but Flash able to defend. Kwanro doing some damage, though. He took out 4 SCVs and 3 or 4 Marines. That's going to delay Flash, and he's continuing to keep the pressure on. Let's see if he can do it again with this batch of Lings.
Yeah, this is crazy by Kwanro. That was a great attack though. He took out 4 SCVs and 5 Marines. Now he's coming in again. He's going to sneak by that supply depot. Flash only with the 3 Marines. Kwanro's going to get us around on those Marines. One of the Marines gets picked off immediately. The bunker provides some covering fire, but the Lings, about a group of 8 Lings, are in Flash's main, and Flash is really struggling to defend this. Flash has got the medic out. The medic gets surrounded. The medic trying to heal himself. The medic gets taken down. The medic is down. 6 Lings still wandering around Flash's base. Another SCV gets picked off as he's trying to complete the engineering bay, and these Lings are wreaking havoc in Flash's base. Kwanro being super aggressive here. Flash now getting a group of 5 Marines in place. Meanwhile, he's completely the engineering bay, but that engineering bay isn't really going to be that useful to him, considering that Kwanro isn't coming up with there, although I guess he can still use the turrets for scan purposes, side purposes. But meanwhile, those 4 Zerglings hammering away at that bunker at Flash's natural expo. Flash being the SCVs out to repair that, though. I feel Flash is going to hold this defense, and I wonder if Kwanro, even though he's provided some entertaining and exciting StarCraft, has undone himself here, because I think he needed to kill Flash with that. Now he's got those Lurkers, but Flash is going to be producing units from those 2 racks quite quickly, and I think he's actually going to be able to defend comfortably here. I think he's going to be able to get that defense up. He's got the academy, he's got the scan, he's got the turret as well, although he doesn't have a lot in his front door, so Kwanro still has a brief window of opportunity here where he can end the game, and by that one Zergling has drawn those units away. That's critical. Is Flash going to see the Lurkers? I think that SCV might have. The SCV saw the Lurkers. That's GG in Flash's favor. If the SCV didn't, Kwanro still has the possibility of sneaking into that natural expo.
I have to say I'm very impressed with Kwanro's play. First of all, he knew that Flash didn't have a scout on him. Oh, this is going to be close. Comsat now being upgraded. He'll be able to get maybe 1 scan, but it's not quite built yet. About halfway done, the Lurker's running up to get us around on this bunker, and that bunker is going to crash extremely easily. Oh, the Marines just getting slaughtered there. Let's see if those Lurkers can push back behind that secondary, take down that turret as quickly as possible. And those Marines, oh, just getting completely wiped out. And that engineering bay delay was absolutely huge. Really what Flash, I think he really wanted right here is maybe Armor 1 to kind of support his troops here. Instead, he's going to end up losing position on his ramp and just getting boxed in by Lurkers. He's going to lose that secondary Kwanro with a pretty nice economic edge. And let's see if Kwanro decides to hold up here or do standard Kwanro style and push this up. But yeah, I got kind of interrupted earlier. I really liked what Kwanro did. He's saying he can't see me. If Flash had that SCV on the field, if he had a good spot in the Zerglings, he might have been able to be in position to stop that Zergling run by, but simply because he didn't have oh, never mind, hold on. Pushing in, all the Marines wiped out. That's GG.
GG!
Wow. Super aggression there
That
from
was
Kwanro,
absurd.
taking the game once again. That you cannot give Kwanro any sort of room like that, and I think that moment that SCV got taken out, that Kwanro was able to seal it, and that's why I love Kwanro. So Kwanro takes the game over Flash against my prediction.
Wow, and he's
Yeah, and that's
able
despite-
to outplay Flash. That's
did, because
ridiculous in my opinion.
Yeah, that was despite Flash putting that second racks down. Kwanro still managed to outmaneuver him, so that was quite brilliant, it has to be said.
Yeah, I think
well
everything
played
again.
by Kwanro, for sure.
Yeah, everything on that SCV scout. If he that was brilliant by Kwanro. He just threw out 6 Zerglings. That SCV only sees 6 Zerglings. He thinks, oh, okay, this will be fine, and then really quick swoops in with that Overlord scout. Just pushed up. I think he had that Overlord in a little bit of corner. Saw the front door positioning. Was just able to run everything in. That was just awesome play. 0 margin for error there for Flash against Kwanro, and Kwanro actually looking really, really strong there.
Well, you know, Flash did play in the dark that entire match. I mean, he lost the scout really early in Kwanro's base. Then he lost the scout as he tried to get out the second time. Then he lost it a third time. I don't think he saw the lurkers. I'd love to see the first-person view of him, but I don't think he saw the lurkers. And then once the lurkers were there, he was playing in the dark because he had no scan. He had one scan, and that was it. And he had nothing to say from it from that point. And then the lurkers had the ramp position. And I mean, once Kwanro separated the Marines from their secondary, that was GG. There was no way Flash could get back into it.
Yeah, he did have that academy up for a while, and I thought he would have had his comm set up, but I guess he didn't get it up, or perhaps he didn't get that academy up as early as I thought he did. But again, I think Kwanro deserves all the credit for that. He just did everything perfectly.
All right, let's go to the next match. GG.